Okay, this is Cleta Colson Air, and we just talked about this January the 26th, 2020, and we just talked a little bit about just finishing up for this month, focusing on the double credit for sales and recruiting, and also pressing toward the goals. So I'm going to bring on some of my Boss Babe directors, and they're going to give us a little bit of feedback as well. So, Jana, I'm going to haul you up here first.
All right, Cleta, I thought that everything was amazing. I love how you tied in Bible scripture to, show us what we need to be doing and where we need to be going and what we need to be focusing on. I really feel like when we get close to the end of the month, I think that sometimes we think, oh, I've got 5 days. Oh, I've got 4 days. Oh, I've got 3 days. And it's like, oh my gosh, oh, I have 10 minutes left. Well, you guys, you know what? If you were in a race, I want you to focus on tomorrow's Monday, January 31st. Oh, and so you're going to get everything done that you need to get done. And then Tuesday is going to be Tuesday, January 31st. And then Wednesday is going to be Wednesday, January 31st. And until you get to the real January 31st. But you've got to make sure, because, we're all champions in the last furlong. As women, we can get so much done. And so if you will just pretend like tomorrow's the last day of the month, how much would you get done? And so I love all of those great ideas, Cleta. We've got to be calling all those people, calling all the prospects. Who are all your hot prospects? What could you get them excited? Would they be excited if you gave them a charcoal mask, if they signed up? Because we just need them to sign up right now for sure. You know what I mean? I've got a bonus going on. And so that's making people think. They're thinking about it a little bit more. And so that way it also gives you a reason to call all your past prospects and say, oh my gosh, I have got this special going on right now. When you join my team in the next 24 hours, you're going to get blah, blah, blah. So it gives you that sense of urgency, gives them something a little bit extra, and everybody's happy. So that's it.
I love it. I love it. And that's one of the things I wanted to say before, is that I want y'all to not only think about like today is the 31st, but I want you to think about January the 31st is June 30th.
That's right.
June 30th, because in June 30th, we're going to be squirming and working to try to hit that next level. And if you do that now, everything you do is doubled. I mean, good night. Like,
amen.
You will look back June 30th and go, why didn't I take advantage of double credit? When you're just this close. What if you were just like $8,000 away from a diamond ring wholesale, or retail? I mean, you would just kick yourself. So really think about that, what she said. So thank you, Jana. Appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Okay. And congratulations. I know you got a couple recruits yourself this week. So
thank you.
Leading by example.
Working on that. I'm working on getting 10.
That's right. Awesome. Okay. Selah, I'm going to unmute your phone.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Hey, everybody. What a great call, Cleta. And I would just encourage everyone to write down your goal and write down everything that is running through your mind. I know I woke up extra early this morning and was thinking about the end of the month and just a lot of different things going on. So I got my little spiral notebook out and I just wrote down every single thing. And when you write everything down, you write your goals down, you write anything else you've got going on in your life, you write it down, then it frees your mind to really focus on what you need to focus on. And you can just check things right off your list. The Bible also says without a vision, the people perish. And so you have to know the goal, not just I'm going to finish strong, or, it's the end of the month and I've got double credit and I want to, quote, max it out. That's great. But what is the specific goal? Write that down, work every day. Even if it looks like it's not going to happen, I promise you, if you will work till the very last minute, you will do more than you ever thought you could. So that is my goal. That is what I did today. And it's a great call. Thank you.
Thank you, Selah. And I agree. I'd love that. Just write it all down. You know what? When I was thinking when you said that, then I started thinking about what you were saying instead. I'll come back to me in a second. It was something important, but I'll remember in a second. Okay, let me mute you out. And then Lorraine.
Hey, one of the things that I was thinking about as Cleta was talking, because unfortunately I'm one of those that I meant to do a lot of things this month, but my daughter's getting married next Sunday, and so I've had a lot of competing priorities that, things that date's not going to change. So I had to get a lot of stuff done this month, and so. But as I was thinking about the numbers and the satin bodies and those kind of things that you can sell, one thing that I like to do is, and Sayla and I were talking about this recently too, it's something that her dad always did when in his business was he actually on Sunday he wrote a list of the things he was going to sell. Even before he knew, he made the decision what he was going to sell the customer. And so if you look at just the brush set that we have, and then an eye set with like the mascara and oil-free eye makeup remover and a lash primer, those sets, if you just sold those two things, the eye set and then the brush set to one person, that's a $100 sale. And you just need to find 40 people that say, hey, it's January, you need to refresh your brushes, you need to, it's time for a new mascara, and just say, look, I've got a goal to sell these two sets to 40 people this week. I know it's crazy, but that's one way that you can max out that, because that's your 2,000 wholesale right then. Those two items to 40 people. And and if your goal isn't to max it out, do it to 20 people. That's 1,000 wholesale, and that gives you 4,000 towards your units court. So just make a decision, just like Sandal said, make a decision not only on what your goals are and write those down and be definitive about them, but also what of our product do you want to sell? And because once you do that and you think that in your mind, you can also recruit with that, because the people that you followed up with, it's like, look, sign up with me this week. I've got a crazy sales goal. Who do you know that needs these two items? Because we can help you make, $50 profit on each of these. So that's just having very concentrated effort sometimes can help you get to the short goal, a big goal in a short period of time. So just another idea for you as well as the roll-up bags.
I like that because, her dad said, if you don't know what you're going to sell, then who does? He was so great. Sayla's dad's the best. Okay, thank you, Loree. Thank you for those tips. It's really good. I love that. What are you going to push this week? What are you going to sell? Okay, so I remembered what I was going to say. Two things. One is on recruiting, and I put out a training on this, and I think it was Heidi Gelser that talked about it, but I just want to mention it in case some of you guys didn't see it. But she was talking about how to recruit and the words to say right now in this 2020 that, in Mary Kay, what do we love? Okay. We love to win. We love diamond rings. We love the cars. We love all that kind of stuff. But when you talk to the woman, the 2020 woman, the buzzwords you're hearing from women today are not pink Cadillacs, diamond rings, and things like that. Which, of course, when they get them, they're going to love them, right? But what they're talking about is, she talked about it. What are the buzzwords for 2020 that women say, that you hear women talk about? They talk about my tribe, being a girl boss, empowering women, making a difference. And so as we're trying to recruit people, you guys, instead of focusing on the money and the prizes, I mean, some people still will do it, but most people, when they sign, they're not looking for that. Like if I said, you can win this diamond ring if you sign up and sell Mary Kay, they'd be like, well, first of all, they probably wouldn't believe that they could really do that because they think only a couple people can do that or even win a car. So you want to think about instead, say, you know what, you are going to be around just a tremendous amount of women that are positive, they're go-getters. It's going to be your new girlfriends. I mean, it's going to be something that you don't have in your life right now, possibly. And, we have a lot of fun, a lot of fellowship. We're trying to uplift each other. It's very encouraging. For most jobs are not that encouraging. And so this is something that you really may be missing in your life, and you would absolutely love it. We have a lot of fun on the trips, and we go places, some of the things like that. And of course, they're going to make money, but we need to remember the women today, that is kind of what they're looking for. They're looking for, and if you don't believe it, look on Facebook at your non-Mary Kay friends. I mean, they cannot wait, like when they get to go together to, let's say, their yearly beach trip with their girlfriends, okay? And they have a little group of girls and they all go to the beach or whatever they do wherever you live. it's like the biggest deal for them. And they just, and they love it. They post all these pictures. As Mary Kay girls, we get to do that every single Monday night or every single Tuesday night. We get together with all our girlfriends. I mean, so we get to do these girl trips all the time, every week. And people look at us and they're like, wow, I had these 2 girls tell me this week. They said, we wish we could sell Mary Kay. And then they said, we're so burnt out on our jobs. I'm like, why can't you? So that's my goal this week, is to get those 2 in Mary Kay. But like, they're looking at me saying, she has so much fun. Her life is so much. It's not that our life is better, or we're not better than them, but we have a lot more togetherness with friends than most people do that just go into a job, go home, they get to eat lunch with somebody, and then that's it. They just don't have the girlfriends. Honestly, like we do. Not the positive ones anyway, not the ones that are just going to sit around and talk about other people for 4 hours. That's the truth. So I want y'all to remember that part when you're trying to recruit people this week. And then the second thing is career conference. We have to register. Those that are going to the first week of career conference, you can register on Tuesday. And a lot of them sell out. There's not as many conferences as there normally is, I noticed. We used to have about 33 conferences. I didn't see that many. But anyway, some of them do sell out pretty quick. So if you're on that first week and the list have been put out there, if you don't know them, you can go to InTouch or go to your events app and you can see that. But you'll be able to register the first week. On the 28th. And then I think it's the 30th. A couple of days later, the people that do the second week can register. So here's the thing about all that also. A lot of times the hotels that are good, that are kind of like attached to the event, they sell out pretty quick because they only have a certain number of rooms blocked. So I want you to make a decision about career conference, and I want you to be the first one in your unit to register. And then try to beat everybody else in your unit. And then once you do, get on Facebook on your unit's group page and go, I registered. Am I first? Who's next? And let's have a race of how many people we can get registered before the end of the month. And, directors, like today, we could order the new products for the spring. I can't wait to show them to y'all next Sunday. They're so awesome. So awesome. Okay. But we went to leadership conference, so we had a $50 credit toward $50 wholesale credit for our order. That was awesome. So when I checked out, it went minus $50. You'll get the same thing for career conference. It's not 50, I think it's 40. But you do get that the wholesale credit. So when you get home from seminar, you get free products. And so you sell that. It's almost like career conference is free. And then you also room with 3 or 4 people if you want to. And then, your room is $50 or something. It's not that much. And it's just 24 hours. So be the example in your unit. Be the first one to register. Don't make your director call you and go, are you going to seminar? Career conference. And all of us that go to career conference, we get a discount for seminar. So it's worth it. So that's what I was wanting just to remind you about that. Okay, you guys, thank y'all for calling in. A little bit shorter call tonight, but we got things to do. It's okay. And then I'll be posting this recording right behind the other one. So there'll be 2 little recordings for the day. But next week, let me go ahead and stop this recording here. Here we go.